Hi guys and welcome back to Test Drive Thursday. Today we are driving for the first time the Renault Range T. So let's get started by taking a look at the upgrades. So here I am in the actual truck dealer instead of the upgrade shop, which is where I usually am. Starting off with the cabins, there's only one, the high sleeper, but there are 5 different chassis options ranging from a 4x2 all the way up to a 6x4. 4 different engines, and you have to note that it's a cool little feature that this little designation changes when you change the engine. For some reason on this 480 it isn't appearing, which is a bit weird. But yeah, 4 engines, 440, 2 480s and a 520. Not too sure the differences between these 2 engines, but it does have a different sort of logo there. And where peak power is, I'm guessing, is different. So yeah, power from quite low down in the rev range with this, but if you, I'm guessing that engine likes revving a lot more. 2 different transmissions, but both 12 speed, but just with or without retarder. Lot more. When I say lots of different interiors, there's only really 3, but it's good that you get a UK version as well, but you don't see that a lot in mods. So I'll just show you from the UK side. UK A, I'm not too sure why it's called that, but it's got the black with the sort of red trim with the red seat belts, the red sort of lined wheel. You get the blue up here, which I don't like, and all the beige and everything. UK A changes the seats to this sort of black and white with light grey sort of pattern. The wheels a lot lighter, which I'm guessing would get really dirty very quickly. And you've also got this one, which is absolutely, I don't know, it's just horrible, isn't it? I mean, the brown, I don't dislike brown. I actually like it when it's done sort of tastefully, but the brown curtains, the sort of light brown seats, this is all a different colour. I hate that pattern. Oh, the wheels, all the colours don't match. So in my opinion, this is the best with that sort of fake carbon fibre sort of thing. And yeah, this is the best of the worst, basically. Quite a few different little skins available here. I'll quickly go through them. That's nice metallic paint. Yeah, truck of the year. It's cool that you have the brown skin that comes with this truck in real life. Truck of the year. Lots of different transport. Well, that's nice, the way that goes around there. That is really cool. Yeah, look, I mean, just look how many there is. I love that green. T high fuel saver. That's what that engine is, I think. Renault Sport F1. Red Bull Racing. Yeah, does this load? Not too sure what that is either. Does this load and loads and loads of skins? I mean, honestly, this is really, really impressive. Yeah, really, really good. But you've also got a custom metallic if that's what you're into. But yeah, this is where it gets a bit mad. All of these dots, now try not to go through everyone because we'll probably be here for ages. But you got mud flaps down there, which I don't really like. The bull bars, which are actually custom ones, which is really good. You don't see that often, but I don't really like them. So here you get these little lollipop things that stick out. Now I'm guessing they would get knocked off very quickly, but if you want, they're little orange side lights. Up here it changes the colour of the bumper from plastic, so if you're doing this on a budget you probably want the plastic, but if you're looking for more style you can go with the paint. Change the colour of the grille as well. You can even go for chrome if you want a lot of bling. You can change the colour of this. No, I don't think it's actually plastic. It's this sort of silver effect. I do actually like that. I think it looks quite good. It splits up the front of the cabin a lot. But I think if you go for paint, you sort of lose that sort of structure, and it starts to look a bit weird. So in my opinion, I think that looks a little bit better. Up here, there are other lights apparently. I don't know what that does. Other lights. Oh, it makes it brighter. I'm not too sure what it does, but there you go. This one, you can change the colour of that to paint if you want. It changes the colour of that along with, don't know if you could see that there, turn the lights off. This changes. You've got that sort of extra LED there. Well, if you go for the plastic, you get it turned on. It's a bit weird, that. And then that is this sort of silver trim here that matches this, which I don't know. I'm sort of think if you don't go for that, it makes all of this area look a bit blank. I mean, there's a lot of area here. Right, yeah, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Yeah, some of the options here I have found. Yeah, look at that. Not sure why anyone would go for that. That's the side. That's this here. Look at that. It's kind of cool. That sort of Renault design there, but plastic or paint. This dot here changes the colour of the door handle, and they are huge door handles. They look very heavy duty, and I do like this. The side steps here, you can change the colour of them from black to chrome if you want. Not too sure why you'd have chrome. I think the black just fits in better, but if you want chrome, the option's there. Side skirts, oh, that changes it. Look at that. It's very heavy duty. But the side skirt here, very nice with that little sort of design cue there. Up here, not too sure what that does. Oh, it changes this here. That sort of silver plate, which if you go for that there, I think that works quite nicely. But obviously you don't have it on that side, which is a bit weird. So, yeah, it's... hang on, where's the dot? There's so many dots. There it is. You get... yeah, I think that works better. Now this dot here, ooh, that's nice. You get those lights around the edge, and it's good that you don't have to go around them individually, placing them like you do on the RJL. So that's nice. Cabin lights, oh, that's a cool little array as well. You get a beacon, and they actually work. That's really cool. I've never seen that before, and they're hidden away as well. So from the front, it doesn't ruin the style of it. That is really good. Right, let's find another dot that we haven't done. Door handle, that's the bed in the back. You can change the colour of the sun visor. Truck of the year 2015, or you can remove it if you want. So you can't actually get like a longer version like on some of the other trucks, you just get that stock. I don't think you can change the colour of it either, which is a bit of a shame. Supports the flag DLC. Again, you can't change anything about that. And interestingly, on the Renaults, you can go for aluminium mirrors, which actually work with the silver down here. But if you want, you can also go for paint, which actually doesn't match it if you have a look. Not perfectly. There's a very slight difference, which is a bit weird. So you can see on the white. We also go for plastic if you want, but I do like the aluminium. I think it's very different and nice and refreshing. We've done that dot. Antennas if you want them. 1, 2, 3, 4 in total if you go for that. This dot here is the flags. Yeah, light bar. They're all preset light bars. You can't really configure them, I've noticed, so that's a bit of an unusual thing. But that one's pretty nice. So you can go for a clean look if you want, if you go for these at the back, which I'm guessing these are reversing lights as well. Horns, and then more light bars, which actually fit very nicely around the sunroof or escape hatch, whatever you want to call it there. Pretty cool. So let's go on to the interior thing. I don't think there's anything on the... oh, there is stuff on the back as well. little protection bars, and then not too sure what that is. Just to see the difference. Oh yeah, it's to get these on the end. That's basically it. Sat nav options, number plate options. Oh, you can actually get into the bed at the back. That's cool. Usual, what do you call it? Cabin DLC. And then I think if there was something on the bed back there. Oh, that places this here. Alright. But yeah, that's pretty much all the configurations, just usual stuff inside. And yeah, so now I'm going to do a time lapse of me building this truck to my spec. Okay then, so here it is, all configured up, and I think it looks pretty good in the sort of brown with the, or metallic brown anyway, with the silver and the silver wheels. It all just ties together really nicely. Now I did forget to add on the little plaque there saying the engine, but I did go for the 480 engine, the one, or the top one with the higher revving, well, likes to rev a little bit more because I think that'd be a little bit more fun. But yeah, parked it up outside the little Renault dealer here, so it's good inside. I'll show you around. Now as you can see, it really is rather detailed. I mean, just looking at the sort of finisher on the seat, all the textures are really high. Now I was googling earlier, and this carbon sort of effect, you can actually get it in real life, which I didn't think you would be able to, but it is a thing apparently, even though the surround on the images that I saw is a lot more black than this sort of light grey blue. You can also get a sort of a carbon effect steering wheel as an accessory as well, which is a bit mad on the truck, but there you go. So if you just straighten the wheel a sec so it's not in our way, and turn on the ignition, so it all fires into life, all the dials come on. Let's put it in neutral for now. So on the displays you start off with this Renault truck sort of image, which is actually quite low res. I'm quite disappointed about that. But on the top anyway, you have got the miles an hour, which is nice, a nice little digital display. You then got your gear, as you can see, the fact that it's in auto, and then I believe that is the cruise control as well. Press I and it cycles through to this display, which from a distance is almost impossible to read. But anyway, you got temperatures there. You've also got, I guess that's the odometer, because I've only just picked this up, you see. So it's got obviously 0 miles. Your current sort of litres per hour. And then you got your cruise control. That's your range, I'm guessing. I'm guessing that's AdBlue. Then I'm not too sure what that is. That may be distance to the end of the job, and then you've got some other settings, but it does look pretty realistic, and I do like that display, and it is nice that we got it. I mean, we had a look at the Scania last week and that didn't have it, so it's good to see that. Now if I start this up, you get those beeps, and then we got it in neutral at the moment, so just watch the rev counter. Look at that, it's actually got like a digital bit in it that sort of catches the revs, which is really nice. Let's just turn that off a second so it's not too loud. I have noticed it's quite loud, that little diesel engine. But on the wheel, you got cruise control options, phone options, you got all the climate controls over there. brake, parking brake. I do like how that works. That's really nicely done. Got the sat nav up there, which I'd say is perfectly positioned, and it's, I don't know, it's really easy to read and everything. Otherwise, you've got all the other buttons down there. Lights, you can see that moves. Not too sure, but yeah, that little dial moves, which is cool. And then you've got window options down there. But yeah, I'm not too sure about the overall general design of the cabin, but I'll get into that in a bit. But yeah, let's go and get this job. Okay then, so here I am at the pickup place. So it was about 70 miles coming across, so I've had a while to think about the truck and some things of well, some things I want to mention when we get going. But I think that's our trailer there, so let's get attached to it. I find the mirrors actually quite small. There's quite a large surround around them for like a modern day truck at least. See, it does block quite a bit of your vision actually. Just trying to get this lined up. I don't think I've got advanced trailer coupling turned on. Gameplay. There we go. And attached. Okay then, so it's all loaded, and let's get going. Start off in 4th. I'm using it in manual today rather than automatic, which I have been using quite a lot recently. Now I still haven't worked out what the sort of digital thing on the rev counter is, but I have got it into red for some reason. I'm not actually sure what it means, so if anyone knows, it'd be quite helpful. Let's turn left out of here. I do like the power delivery on this truck, so it's sort of, so about 1500 RPM to about here, 1900. You get all the power, and it's really rather nice. Turn left here. I found it steers very sharply, this truck as well. You don't have to turn the wheel much to get it around the corner. Yeah, look at that. How heavy is this trailer? Let's check. Oh, 1 ton, this trailer. So yeah, it's super light. But yeah, so 12th gear, 40 miles an hour. It's hardly in the eco zone. It's really rather good. Now the first thing that I've noticed is there isn't actually, well, the fact that you don't have a normal analog rev counter, not rev counter, a speedometer, is a bit weird. I mean, you do have to rely on the digital one, so having all the sort of displays for all the fuel and everything over there makes it super easy to find those, but I do find it a bit weird not having a normal speedo. Can hardly see with that hill, so that's something to get used to. But having the central digital display is really, really helpful. And obviously whatever sort of units you use, so if you use kilometers, I'm sure it will easily update to what you use, instead of having to sort of translate it on a analog rev counter. So left here, and as I said, you can see all your fuel readers and fuel sort of displays easier, when usually on trucks you have to sort of look down at all the displays to see your range and everything. So that's really rather good. Here we go, onto the sort of French highway. Not too sure what they call it in France actually. let's go up to speed. I believe it's 56 limit on here. Yeah, the car's in the way. But yeah, you see, look at the rev counter now. I've got no idea what it is, that digital. But I know it's cool. I know that. Cruise control at 56. Interestingly, even though when it's set to miles an hour, it always says kilometers an hour there, which is a bit confusing. But yeah, cruise control set now, 12th gear, 90 kilometers an hour basically, and we are in the eco zone. And it's not the quietest truck, I've noticed. You do get quite a lot of that turbo whine, not whine, but turbo whistle, which can be a bit annoying on long journeys. I mean, in the UK, as I said with the Scania, they are both quite noisy for some reason. I don't know if that's just a mod, but ooh, what's going on here? Has there been some kind of incident? Oh my gosh, look at that. Looks like coaches like blocking the... What has gone on there? I've got no idea. Why isn't it moving? Let's try the horn. Pretty good. Pretty rubbish. Well, that isn't going to clear itself, is it? Using that front mirror now. Usually on the Renault they have it sort of in your eye line, but with this, the new truck, it isn't, which I find a bit rubbish actually. That's one of my favourite features when driving the Renault. Oops, I've crashed. Is having that sort of central mirror. So it's a bit of a shame that they moved that. What is that guy doing? At least we get a free run, I guess. But you see, it's gone into red now. Control back on, so hopefully nothing else happens. But yeah, that's another thing I noticed. As I said earlier about the design of the interior, I find it quite, I don't know, I don't find it well planned out. I mean, all the different vents sticking out everywhere, just the general sort of style of everything, I find it, I don't know, it's just weird, very blocky. And yeah, I just don't think it's very modern actually. I like the wheel. I think it's sort of, I don't know, it looks like the outside of the truck, quite aggressive and the same sort of lines on it. But the interior I find just really weird. I mean, the doors actually look quite good, the door cards, but there's the rest of it. I'm trying to keep in lane here. And the flooring is absolutely horrible, look at that. But yeah, I do find the overall design of the interior a bit weird, and especially all the dials and controls. They look a bit plasticky and rubbish, but yeah, I'm sure if you have it in a correct colour like a black or whole black interior, it will look a lot better and you won't notice it as much. But because of that weird styling, I do find it sort of quite hard to, like the Scania actually, to fit in the lanes properly, because I do feel like I'm all over the place, and the wheel just seems absolutely huge compared to other trucks. Another thing that I've noticed is that you sit very high up in this truck. I mean, it is super high. Look at it. I don't know if it looks high because there's a lot of free space there above the sort of grille and everything, but you definitely feel higher than most trucks when you're in here. It feels sort of Mercedes Actros level. Look at that, combine harvester. It feels about the Mercedes Actros kind of height, which is basically some of the tallest trucks you can get in Europe basically. But yeah, I do like that. gets you a very good visibility. You can see over all the fields and everything, which is nice. Now the Renaults before this, like the Magnum and the Premium, I found that you had very good visibility and the windscreens just seemed absolutely massive. But for some reason in this, I find that you sit very far back from the actual front of the truck. You can see that it actually goes on for quite a bit longer after the sort of rev counter and everything. So I find that you do sit, as I said, quite far back, and sort of the pillars seem massive in comparison, and so do the mirrors. As I said earlier, they seem very bulky. But yeah, you don't get the same sort of visibility that you do get with the other Renault trucks, which I do miss. But you do feel more in a cockpit rather than just out in the open, so it depends what you prefer. But I think I prefer the sort of openness of the other trucks before it. Now in real life, this truck comes with engines from, I believe it's a 370 all the way up to 520. Now this is the 480, below this is the 440 and then the 370. In this game, as I showed you earlier, you've got two 480 engines. This is the first of them, and then you've got a 440 and then the range topping 520 model. But this 480 seems really rather good. It's probably going to be my favourite out of the other two, because with the 520 the power comes further down in the rev range, and I'd rather have it where it's further up basically. But yeah, it is very good, this truck, I have found. It's definitely a step up over the other Renaults before it. I prefer the outside style, but the interior, as I said, I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of it. I do like what they've done in the mod. They've done a really good job of capturing it in the mod. I mean, there's all the details and everything. It's probably going to be better, as I said, than SCS's attempt when they finally released theirs, but it is really nice. I just really wish there was a proper sort of custom interior that I could use, like a full black one or something, because I think that would finish it off perfectly. So there's a toll coming up actually. Let's use the retarder. Slowing us down nicely. It's keeping this lane actually. Let's catch up with this car. Change that into 11th. Try and get through at the same time as him. Yeah. Let's wait. I'm finding the gears a bit weird. First to 6th seem very close together, I noticed. But I'm sure when you go for heavier trailers, this is only 1 ton, that will come in use a lot more, but for lighter trailers, it can be a bit annoying. So we're turning off though. I always like the indicator sounds in Renaults. Found them rather cool. Stopping to 10th. Can't be still. But yeah, just the detail of this mod has really impressed me. The amount of configuration, textures and everything are really rather good. I just wasn't expecting it, because I saw some other Renault Range T mods and they're just nowhere near as good quality as this. This is definitely the best out here. So if you're looking for a Renault Range T, or just can't wait for the SCS one, definitely take a look at this mod. It is superb. I'll try and remember to put a link to it in my mod spreadsheet, and the link to my mod spreadsheet as ever is in the description below if you want to take a look at it. But yeah, let's get this thing parked up and then end the video there. But yeah, I've definitely enjoyed driving this. Drives a lot like the MAN, I've noticed, but it doesn't feel as comfortable on the road as an MAN. It feels a bit more sensitive and everything. Like, this steering seems a lot more sharp, more responsive than the MAN. But yeah, it definitely does drive nice, I have to say. So now for this bend, it's quite a nasty turn that. I'd like to pull out of there with a heavy load. Right, where we park it. We need to choose, I think. Let's just park it over here. See what this thing's like to park. Right, where's it going? In there, apparently. It's going to be pretty easy. Only one reverse gear. Something to note. Turns pretty sharply as well. It's a lot louder inside than outside. That's unusual. So I think I've reversed right into the back of it. Yeah, those mirrors are really weird. It doesn't look like I'm that close. Apparently I am. It's like an American style one. Objects in the mirror may be closer than they appear. I think that's okay. Yeah. Brake on, as you saw. Look at that. So cool. And then it appears there as well. But interestingly, it displays the sort of seatbelt sign as well. Never seen that before. Another little detail of this truck. But there we go. Let's detach. So thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it and enjoyed this Renault Range T, make sure you click that like and want to subscribe if you're not already. But yeah, I've very much enjoyed this truck, and I will be interested to see what SCS do, because they definitely need to beat this. Look at that. I'm actually sitting on the seat. Look at that, the driver. He's placed wrong. But yeah, SCS definitely need to up their detail to beat something like this. But anyway, as I said, thank you for watching, and goodbye.